Okay, good morning to all of you. So today we are observing our second last lecture, indoor plants, dish garden. We have seen about the terrarium. So here you are observing the good photograph of the dish garden. So how inside the home generally gardens are for the pleasure, they are to be prepared. So a dish garden is a pleasing arrangement of several different plants in a single container. This is the simple meaning of this dish garden. The container can be having of the different shape and the sizes, and generally they are to be easily placed where the proper ventilation is there, that is proper sunlight, proper aeration is there. So it is to be suggested use of the tables, mantles, then pedestals, or the window sills are there. So we are knowing nowadays the homes are generally developed very nicely by the peoples, and so there is a proper space is there. The success and failure of the fish garden generally depend on the different types of the plants, which plants we are selecting. So container, then soil mixture, watering and lighting are the most important considerations for the dish garden. So I think these are the very simple points, but just we have to remember it. These are the good photographs I have selected. So here you are observing the dish gardens, their arrangement of flowers, then arrangement into the decorative dish, and they are open to the humidity and the particularly for the as at a place. Then secondly, the dish garden of the plants, they are generally growing in shallow dish bowl, or there is a arranged as per the landscape, or the small this ecosystem into the small pot is there. So we can grow this type of the plants very nicely and maintain these properly. The proper moisture content, then proper drainage holes to these pots, these are very important. So such like that of our bonsai plants are there. Already we have seen the bonsai plants, right? So in the bonsai plants such type of the arrangement is there. Then secondly, we have to consider for this there is having the protective measures, they are to be taken. So no disturbance by the peoples from the home, or generally other any like the home domestic animals are there, dog, cat, or like this one. The garden generally this dish garden, as the different plants are there and their use is there, so therefore they should be grown as per our desire. Secondly, the necessary plant material, which include the many containers are there, and therefore I have selected nicely. But here the brass material, copper, or the iron material may be used nowadays. Aluminum foils, polythene bags, or plastic liner pots are also there. Different colored pots are also there. They also attract the vision of the observer. So बघणाऱ्याला म्हणजे ते अगदी अट्रॅक्टिव्ह वाटतं, ते ग्रीन कलर, ब्राऊन कलर, yellow color, right? So different their sizes are there as per this. Then here the some precautions. Soil, it should be a soil mixture, FYM, farmyard manure, then sand and the soil, or the perlites are there. Then secondly, some nowadays the peat moss or cocoa peat moss is also used. 5 to 10 spoons of the fertilizer generally it is used, because more fertilizer may have effect on the plant growth is there. So there are generally 6 not there is no crowding of the plants inside the pot. So this is also the one interesting part is there. Secondly, we may use the different places as for developing. so window skills are there. Then secondly, for the proper drainage we can use the gravel or charcoal or the crushed clay particles are there. About 3/4 part of the pot generally it should be with the proper soil content is there. According to some requirements or these characters are there, so we have to use the different types of the texture or the colors of the colored plants for the using, and it shows the pleasing varieties of different types. Also increases the beauty of the pot is there. Their arrangement is also important. Generally the injury to the plants it is to be avoided. Then there is also the part like flower arrangement, asymmetrical planting or the symmetrical planting. We may develop the like bonsai. There is a forest appearance or like this one. So just you remember how this dish garden it should be prepared. Secondly, there are the plants are there, so we are knowing these type of the plants. Generally the soil texture and the regular dish observation, these are very important. The steps like the thinning out or overgrown branches are there, so we have to remove it properly at the same time. Nowadays the diseases like the insects are there, so we may use the somehow insecticide or we may use the some control from the insect damage is there. So you remember this, what is the meaning of the dish garden is there. I think we have seen there are the different types of the these particularly precautions are there. Secondly, we have seen about the different types of the containers, colored containers, soil texture. Then nextly there is having the specifically the characteristics like the proper light, proper humidity is there. Here are the some good arrangements are there for of the dish garden. It is like that of the terrarium, but terrarium are open and also they are the closed, so it may consider as a open